We're going to come back to the super chats in a moment, but I wanted to ask Potsy about Rodrygo because it keeps getting mentioned. Fabrizio spoke about him today on his YouTube channel that he is a real target of yours. A lot of talks in Spain that this is serious and it could happen. The price has been set. Still probably going to have to wait until the World Club Cup is over before any serious talks can begin because the player is out there. Madrid don't want any kind of disruption. The question I have is, should you wait or should you go elsewhere? Which is the better approach right now? Wait for the tournament to end and then make a move for Rodrigo, or sign someone else instead? Because a lot of Arsenal fans want speed, but you're going to have to wait at least another 2.5, 3 weeks before you can start negotiating with this, according to the media reports, that is. What's your thoughts on waiting for Rodrigo and essentially taking the risk that other targets go in that time?
Yeah, I think that we need to do all we can to get Rodrigo to Arsenal. Whether that means that we have to wait for him, whether that means we have to put a bid in now, I don't care. Whatever we need to do to get it done, let's get him in. Now, the only problem with Rodrigo, and people seem to believe that he wants out of Real Madrid, I'm not actually sure that he does. I don't think that's actually been reported yet, that he wants out of Madrid. They're going to put him on a transfer list and he's going to go for this amount of money. There's been rumours and murmurs of it, and that Xabi Alonso and him have got to have a chat about his future and all this, right? Then he doesn't play in the Club World Cup, which was very interesting. I don't know if that's injury. I don't know if it's a knock. I don't know if it's tactical. But Mbappe was away injured, right? So you'd like to think Rodrigo would be playing, even if it was a rotational thing, with Mbappe being out. But Brahim Diaz and Arda Güler played, and obviously Vinny did as well. So I was really shocked and surprised by that. Now, if there's an opportunity for Arsenal to get him, they should be going in for him. I will say this, though. Bayern Munich are looking at a left winger. Manchester City are looking at a left winger. And Liverpool are looking at a left winger. So we know Barcelona are probably going to get Nico Williams. There's only a few left wingers out there that are actually available that I actually rate. And if I'm honest with you, Rodrigo is levels above all of the others that I rate. Now, the only other ones that I would say I'd fancy would be Barcola as one, who looks like he's staying at PSG. Rafael Leao, I have question marks over, but on his day, he's a monster. And Lookman, because Lookman is absolutely cooking in Europe and has been for the last sort of 18 months or so, right? They're the only real options ahead of Rodrigo. But Rodrigo is by far the one that I want. Now, I see that Man City are interested in him apparently today and have opened talks. Arsenal have opened talks weeks ago, apparently. Bert has been doing a lot of behind-the-scenes stuff to try and get this deal done. I think this would be a marquee signing for Arsenal. I genuinely believe this would be like a Mesut Ozil, Alexis Sanchez type signing. And that's one we haven't had under Mikel Arteta for a long time. Because Declan Rice wasn't really that kind of marquee player, was he? Do you know what I mean? So that's where I will go with it, man. But we'll see, man. We'll see.
Arsenal should be all over this deal.
Dan, you didn't say something positive there, did you? Fucking hell. Jeez.
I know, man. I know. But, don't clip me up on that bit. Just clip me up on the negative bits, people. Come on.
Now, can you imagine though if Arsenal got Rodrigo and then got like a Gyökeres? That'd be unbelievable.
Exactly. And that's what I'm asking for, LB. And this is the thing. I'm not asking to go and sign Haaland and Mbappe here, right? I'm asking for a realistic signing of £75 million in Gyökeres. And I'm asking for a realistic one that's probably going to cost you a little bit over that for Rodrigo, right? They're wanting closer to 100 million euros. That is not unrealistic for Arsenal to go and get those two signings when they need a left winger and a centre forward. Now, I don't have a problem with going for Yoral Harto as the backup defender. I don't have a problem with Kepa coming in if he really must to sit on the bench. I don't have a problem with Zubamendi coming in because we only obviously need a holding midfielder. But they're not the ones that excite me. The ones that would excite me is if we went over to Atletico Bilbao and got Sanchez. The ones that would excite me is if we went over to Real Madrid and got Rodrigo. We go over to Sporting Lisbon and get Gyökeres. Or we went all in for the Isak. This would excite us. This would be like, right, Arsenal are serious. We're ready. And Manchester City and Liverpool would say exactly the same. They would look at Arsenal and go, oh, my God. I know they didn't get Isak, but they got Gyökeres, they got Rodrigo, they got Sanchez.
Yeah. You know what?
Hang on a minute.
You know what I think you should do, yeah, Potts? The day after Real Madrid either win or get knocked out of the Club World Cup, you should go and put 100 million quid down.
100%, bro. 100%.
Go and put 100 million quid down for Rodrigo the day after Real Madrid exit the Club World Cup and see what happens. Yeah, that's how you get people talking, by putting bids in for players. Go and put a bid in, man. And be a serious bid, not a £40 million and £1 like you did for Suarez, isn't it? Put a proper bid in, yeah, 100 million quid, and go and get him and show him that he's serious. Show Rodrigo that he's serious. Show Real Madrid that he's serious. So that's what I think you should do, man. Go and get Rodrigo, innit?
Rodrigo would be quality. You link with him as well, right?
Yeah, I don't think we're going to get him. I don't think we're going to get a winger. I think we're going to run with our wingers for one more year, and then if they don't step up, then we'll get new wingers next year.
So how are you going to line up then with your width then this coming season?
It'll be Eight Nori and our right back. That'll be a width, and I think we'll play Marmoush, Foden, and Cherky quite like narrow, and a width will come from the fullbacks.
So you'll have Haaland, and then behind you'll have Cherky and Marmoush.
I think Cherky, Marmoush, Foden, yeah.
Foden, okay.
And then Reinders and Rodri behind them. It's like a 4-2-3-1, and then your width comes from your fullbacks.
Yeah, that's sick, bro. I can't even
lie. It's very good. But that's why I think you want the Livramento is good at getting forward as well. And Eight Nuri, he's actually good. He's actually good defensively, but he's amazing in the attack. And yeah, I think that's such a phenomenal bit of business. It really, really is.
Reinders for me is the one, man. He is a baller, mate. Trust me. This Reinders is quality.
Yeah,
very talented.
Good player.
Ola here says, I would love Rodrigo at Liverpool. I think he ends up at City, though. Pep future might be an issue. Also, Osimhen rather than Isak, perfect window. That's from a Liverpool fan.
Yeah, listen, we've spoke about Osimhen loads of times. Osimhen, these Premier League teams should be all over Osimhen, yeah, but they're not. For whatever reason, and people say, "Oh, it's the wages."
Why do you think that is, man? Why is that? Like, literally, no one's in for him. It's weird.
I don't know, man. I don't know whether it's because like he's a bit out there, you know what I mean? And the managers these days, they want to have complete control of everything, and you know, I don't know, a bit of an ego, maybe. I'm not sure, but he's a top player, man, and I think he's the player perfect for Arsenal because I think out of all the players that you've been linked with, he's the best box player. Stick him in the penalty area for Arsenal and he'll score bags loads of goals. And we spoke about the wages before, yeah? We've done the wages. When you compare the transfer fee for Osimhen and add the transfer fee to the wages, it actually worked out less than Gyökeres total package. We did it last week.
We did. Yeah, I'm miffed by it personally. I mean, objectively, I think, well, maybe I'm seeing something that the pros are not, or vice versa. But yeah, I think he's fantastic. This says from Magnum. He says, I trust Arteta and Berta way more than this Arsenal demander in the panel. I'm an Arsenal supporter. I want us to win. Supporting the team helps more.
It does. Keep trusting the process, bro. It's been going well for 5 years.
Speaking of the process, I want to give a big shout out to our title sponsors today, Caddy Comps, the UK's #1 golfing giveaway. Every single day, starting at 0. Some of the competitions are 0 to enter. Others are as little as 79 pence. You can go into the draw to win brand new golfing equipment, balls, drivers, putters, watches, the bags, the electronic caddies. Everything's available. Plus, they give away Range Rovers, holidays, and much, much more. If you scan the QR code on the screen or click in the link below, you can sign up for free now and start entering the competitions. Whether you play golf, like I'm just starting to, or just want to sell it for a little bit of money if you win some of these prizes, go get signed up now. Support the Football Terrace by playing Caddy Comps. This year, we've got a lot more super chats. I didn't realize I had so many. Scoring a few goals is one thing, but all in all, the whole team would be way worse with you in the team. Yeah, but yeah, the question about LB being in the football team wasn't would the team be better, it's would he get more than 3 goals?
Yeah, no, I'm not speaking about that. Again, you've deeped it a little bit too much. Both fairs.
If you are better than Rasmus Højlund, will you score 6 goals in the...
I didn't say I was better than him.
No, again, he didn't say that. He didn't.
Deeping it a little bit too much.
Højlund got on average 0.66 shots on goal for United last season. Is LB going to score 4 from 19?
He also missed 6 big chances. So again, probably deeping it a little bit too much. But yeah, all I'm saying is I would score more than 3 Premier League goals, I reckon, in 38 games.
The club is sadly obsessed with Prem-proven players. No, don't be obsessed with that. Don't be obsessed with that. You know, you can buy from outside the league, and all clubs will do that. But there is something about buying players in every big club: Real Madrid, Barcelona, PSG, Bayern. They all buy on a regular basis some of the best from the rest in their league to keep competing. Man United in our pomp. City have done it. City have bought quite a lot of Prem players to improve their team over the year. Whether you look at like Jones at the back, Kyle Walker, Raheem Sterling, to name just a few. They bought some that haven't worked, But they still, I mean, they've gone out and done it this year. They're going to do it twice this year, probably, with Livramento and Aït-Nouri. The idea that buying Prem Proven is like some weird obsession. No, the best clubs in all the leagues try and buy the best of the rest. Always been the case, always will be. Newcastle has low marketability as a brand. They should forego the football achievements for now, build a franchise, and the quality players will follow. They will, then the revenues will go up. Well, I've seen a lot of time they've dropped up the United part. It's just Newcastle everywhere now, isn't it? They've done a bit of a Trent and changed their name a little bit. It's just Newcastle, not Newcastle United. So I think maybe that's part of the rebrand. I do trust the process. Are you saying we haven't become better in the last 5 years? Oh, Potsy.
Are you saying we haven't become better the last 5 years? Oh, dear me. Oh, my God. Here we go again. It's all about progress. That's all it is. It's not about winning. As long as you're getting better each year, it does not matter. I'd like to win some trophies, please, Magnum.
It's about trophies, man.
And that's what it's about. But, yeah, we're better now. We are much better now.
You're better, but you actually don't win anything. So yeah. Would you rather be better, but don't win anything? Or be worse but win stuff? Because you actually did used to win stuff, innit? Like FA Cups, isn't it?
Yeah. We've been more successful under Arsene Wenger in his last 5 years than the first 5 years of Arteta. But apparently everyone's happy with the first 5 years of Arteta. And we're demanding the manager goes out. It's very bizarre. I don't.
So your question, LB, is a real life question to that. Would you rather be Spurs of the last 5 years or Arsenal of the last 5 years?
Spurs.
Who's one more?
Real talk. I'd rather be Spurs and win that Europa League.
Who's one more? I'll go with.
I'll be deadly serious. Yeah, I would have gone. I would rather be Spurs winning a Europa League than Arsenal with nothing.
I think you've got to do both. I think I've always been quite consistent with that. You've got to win and be competitive. Spurs have never really been competitive in the last 5. Have they? Maybe in one of the years they come near close to like the top 3, 4, whatever it was. But for me, I just want to be competitive and win trophies, man. And once we do that, I'm happy. You know.
If I offered you now, next 5 years, you win nothing, but you finish second every year, or you finish 4th, 7th, 8th, 17th, but you win a Europa League, which one are you taking?
Yeah, I'll take the trophy. Yeah.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah. See, I wouldn't. Knowing if we're using the Spurs example, the reason is this: based on the standards that we all have for our clubs, to even be in the Europa League is because you've had a failure of a season. So I wouldn't pick that if I had a choice. I'd rather be the better team because I still think over a longer period of time, the teams that are coming second every year in title races have got a bigger chance of winning. Plus, I've looked at I would still say this as a neutral to both Spurs and Arsenal. Watching what Spurs fans went through, I know they got the trophy at the end of it, but I think if Arsenal were like Spurs in the last couple of years, but they picked up an FA Cup, I know they wouldn't be happy. Do you know why I know this? I saw you win 2 FA Cups under Wenger when you were still top 4, and they wanted him gone. So I don't think any Arsenal fan could do what Spurs have done for the past 4 years, win a Europa League at the end of it, and just say, that's what I prefer. I think you'd still rather be up there competing, getting 100%, better, challenging.
But we want to be winning trophies alongside that.
No, I hear that, but that wasn't the question. Again, we're in a hypothetical world. I don't know.
Again, the question wasn't we'd be happy. The question was we'd take it. We'd bloody miserable, but we'd take the trophy as opposed to nothing. But I'd be miserable.
Good point.
It wasn't, we're back. It's happy times. It's not, man. It's awful. You want to get
you've won 2 trophies in the last 3 years, Terry.
Mm-hmm.
So last 3 years, would you rather have been United where you've won 2 trophies, or would you rather have been in Arsenal and won nothing?
So are we isolating it to the last 2 seasons and that's it? Football's over? Or are we going?
I'm isolating. I'm isolating it.
So if you're saying there's only 2 years of football left, do I want to come second twice or win 2 trophies? If there's only 2 years of football remaining, I'd rather win 2 trophies. Yes, because it's over, right?
Yeah.
But what about this summer? Arsenal could go on and win the league next year. Man United can't. So again, if you said to me now, I could go back 3 years, I would have to scrap those trophies. But what I would get is a guarantee for the next 5 years of being a team that's legitimately able to win the league each year. I would take the gamble at winning the league and knowing that a team that could win the league could also pick up some trophies along the way.
That wasn't added on until my question.
You could have asked that question. You could have asked it.
I didn't think that was a question. I thought the question was, would you rather have the last 3 years?
Again, on LB's question, if it's just there's 2 years left of football, do you want to be in the title race and win nothing or just pick up 2 trophies? I'm taking the trophies because that's it. Football's over, right? That's all I got to remember. But football ain't like that. That's why I think sometimes I don't just isolate things always to a singular season. You look at, I know Spurs ended it well and they were celebrating. They've got a new manager now and things might get better for them. I think they will. But at the same time, I'd rather be City going into next season than Spurs. Well, City didn't win a trophy last year, but I'd still rather be City going into next season in terms of quality and ability. Easily.
Let's ask another quick question that don't consist any of our clubs on this panel. Would you rather have Chelsea's last 3 years or Spurs' last 3 years?
Chelsea's.
LB? What Chelsea won in the last 3 years? Just a community.
A Conference Cup. It's basically, do you want a Europa League or a Conference League?
Yeah, probably Spurs.
There we go. Okay, cool. At least you're consistent, bro. I thought you were going to say Chelsea. I was like, I'm going to have him here. He's going to say Chelsea.
No, I can take the Europa League over the Conference League. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I'm going with the form and trajectory in the league at the same time. You know what I mean? Because if both trajectories continue in the same route, one team's going to win the league, the other one's going to the championship. So, yeah, again, great questions. I love questions like that.